They are very confident that Avalanche is going to continue to mature, and this network and this ecosystem is going to continue to broaden and expand. And guess what else is going to broaden and expand with that? And that's that price. What is up, everybody? My name is Adam and welcome back to Broke Man Finance. Today I'm going to be talking about one of my latest crypto investments and a project that I'm really digging on right now, and that is Avalanche along with their native token AVAX, AVAX. Avalanche has had an incredible run over the past year and it doesn't look like they're slowing down anytime soon. In fact, they were up 15%. They're up 15% right now as I film this. Just to try to hook you in hopes that you continue watching the video, check out this price chart over the past year. Hey, at least I'm honest. Look at this price chart from the past year. This time last year, Avalanche was sitting at around $3.40 per AVAX. Now currently they're sitting at around $88.26. As I mentioned, they're up almost 15% today. I think around 14% right now. They may have dropped just a little bit. And they're currently sitting in that 13th position overall in terms of market cap on Coin market cap. And look at the price, look how much they've jumped over the past week, that 7-day percentage, almost 36% this past week alone. This has been a great week to be an AVAX investor. Now in this video, we're going to talk about who Avalanche is, what they're trying to accomplish, and why I think they could have such a great run up over the next year and where I think they're going to be at in the next 5 years, price-wise. I've been reading online that people believe that Avalanche is expensive right now, which I disagree with, and I'll explain why, and that they're waiting on a dip before they actually buy in. And hey, sometimes we get lucky and the timing works out perfect. But I'm more of a fan of just dollar cost averaging in. Otherwise, you end up missing run-ups like Avalanche is having right now. I hate the feeling of looking at something and thinking, because I've done it, we're all guilty of saying, hey, once that thing dips, it drops a little bit, I'm going to buy in. And the next thing you know, the damn price is doubled. We've all been there. How many of us were talking about Solana here recently whenever they had just hit 200 and we were going, well, I'm going to wait till they drop back down to 150. And next thing you know, they're hitting 250. Point being, I don't think Avalanche is expensive. I don't think Solana is expensive, especially when we look long-term on what we think those prices can actually get to. And for a lot of these other cryptos, I believe the money-making party is just getting started. And if you're trying to be in this money-making party with me, then make sure you smash that like button and you remember to subscribe. Avalanche was launched in 2020 by Avalanche and is a competitor to Ethereum and other smart contract platforms. Avalanche is a platform on which any developer can build custom blockchain networks and dApps, or decentralized applications. Avalanche's core is a subnet called the primary network. This primary network contains 3 blockchains: an exchange chain, or X-chain, a platform chain, P-chain, and a contract chain, or C-chain. The exchange chain is for creating and trading crypto assets. The platform chain allows for the creation of new blockchains and new subnets. It also tracks active subnets and coordinates transaction validators. And the contract chain executes EVM contracts and smart contracts. Currently, different countries work on different financial systems and regulations. Smooth trading of digital assets can be problematic. Avalanche aims to solve this. It's aiming to create a unified global financial network and market where users of the platform will be able to trade digital currency in a frictionless way. Avalanche uses a proof-of-stake consensus algorithm that requires anyone interested in becoming a validator to stake 2,000 AVAX to participate in consensus. A consensus mechanism's purpose is to achieve agreement, trust, and security across the entire Avalanche network. The Avalanche network plays host to Ethereum, Bitcoin, and other cryptocurrencies, as well as collectibles. Avalanche's main competitors are Ethereum, Solana, Cardano, Polkadot, which, yes, that is some pretty stiff competition, but that is a pretty good group to be in the mix with. Although, when you compare speed, latency, transaction cost, Avalanche has a considerable edge over the competition. Avalanche processes around 4,500 transactions per second. The advantage of these multiple blockchains and the proof-of-stake system means Avalanche is much, much faster than other exchanges and coins. With the release of its remaining supply of AVAX early next year, possibly March, and the surges it has seen over the past few weeks, Avalanche could overtake competitors in the race to an internet of blockchain and financial ease, as this seems to be their focus. Currently, there is around 31% of their total supply right now in circulation. Its total supply makes up 720 million tokens, and that 31% is around 220 million, which is what's in circulation now. When a user transacts AVAX, a certain amount is burned, which means the scarcity for AVAX is increased. Thousands of AVAX is getting burned every single day, and the more popular and more mainstream the Avalanche becomes, the higher that burn rate is going to be and the more deflationary it actually becomes. The release of the rest of the supply of coins could bring a dip in value. Now, figuring out how much of a dip it will actually bring, well, that's going to be hard to say. Just like it's hard to say where that price will be at that point. We can see the value continue to increase, and even with a dip, even with that dip at that future price, it could still be higher with the dip than what that price is right now. In more recent news, the Avalanche Foundation unveiled a new $200 million fund aimed at expanding the liquidity potential of startup projects with its ecosystem building, decentralized finance, non-fungible tokens, enterprise, and cultural applications. This fund is known as Blizzard, and here's what they had to say. The last 2 months have shown incredible growth across Avalanche, with users, assets, and applications joining the community, and in record highs. Blizzard will play a key role in further accelerating this growth and solidifying Avalanche's position as the premier home for projects and people pioneering the next era in our space. They are very confident that Avalanche is going to continue to mature, and this network and this ecosystem is going to continue to broaden and expand. And guess what else is going to broaden and expand with that? And that's that price. Wallet Investor rates AVAX as an outstanding long-term investment. As a 5-year investment, it expects a return of 229.85%. How they came to that figure, I don't know. But according to Wallet Investor, a $100 investment by now could be worth $329.85 in 2026. I personally believe AVAX will see a number much higher than that over the next 5 years, as we're getting ready to cross that $100 mark sooner than later. But only time will tell. Now, their prediction is, I think that prediction is a fair prediction, because whenever the rest of that supply is released, none of us really know what kind of effect it's going to have on that price. However, there have been some big swings in volatility, but if you're not a newbie in this crypto game, you are well aware of the crypto swings we have seen with Bitcoin and every other crypto out there. But the good thing is, cryptos are no longer following Bitcoin as much as they once did. They are starting to stand on their own. While there are critics out there of Avalanche and any other crypto, everything has its pros and it has its cons. And one of the biggest cons, that from my understanding and without getting too technical, is the security surrounding connected chains in the Avalanche network. Of course, Avalanche developers argued against that and say there's some misconceptions out there about the network and about the platform. And we could get really technical if we wanted to go down that rabbit hole, which I don't. But the bottom line to me is this. Avalanche is a great project with a lot of promise. And as it matures, it can become a big part of the future of crypto as it develops that ecosystem. I have been so impressed with Avalanche, the platform, everything that it's got going on, that I've made this one of my biggest long-term crypto investments. But let me know what you think in the comments. I'd love to hear your own price predictions. As always, stay safe, get rich, and we will see you soon.